Welcome back to Data to Decisions. Common analysis that we end up doing very frequently is around finding the top or the bottom items in our data. For example, top customers by revenue, or the top products by sales, or for the top students by their score, and so on. It's very common. And in Excel, we can accomplish this using some really simple Excel formulas. So we're going to do that in this video. Just to demo what we're going to build here, you have a list of products and their sales, very simple data set. And then we would build something where I can see the top five products by sales, or I can do bottom five products by sales, or I can also customize my N. So top N or bottom N using simple Excel formulas. Let's get started. So let's start with this worksheet where I have the raw data. And as I mentioned before, we are assuming the data set here is summarized and simplified. So basically, the same product will not appear more than once because it's already summarized sales by product. Now, the first thing I would want to do is, as always, convert this into a table. So I'm going to select all the values, Control T, and then hit OK. And now I will give a name, sales. So this is our sales table. So now the first thing I want to do is to start writing my formula using the rank function. So the rank function requires three arguments. So the first one is which value am I going to find the rank for? And then the second argument is what is my complete list of values? And then the third argument is, do I want ascending or descending? In this case, I'm going to select all the values here. And you will see that Excel automatically puts sales, which is a table name, and sales, which is also the column name here. So it tells this column in this table is my number, and I'm going to use the same exact thing, and you'll see why as soon as I show the results. And do I want it ascending or descending? So for now, I'm just going to say, let's do top five, right? So I'm going to say descending because the top will give me the most sales at the top. Hit close parenthesis, enter. Now this function returns to me the rank. As for every single value in our source table, it will give me the rank. Great. You will see that, for example, if these two products have the same sales, we will have the same rank repeated, which is fine in this context. So it is the top selling product, but we have two products with the same top sales amounts. So now that we know the rank, how do I limit it to 5? So I'm going to say less than equals this number I have written down as 5. I'm just going to select this cell and I'm going to hit enter. So now you'll see that it gives me a true only for these 5. And this tells me that the calculation is working. It is picking up the 5 based on the rank. Next step I want to do is to only display the product names where this is true. And we have seen in our previous videos how the filter function allows us to filter by providing a condition. So for example, here I'm saying filter the whole table, comma, apply this rank condition that we just now did, and close parenthesis, did the filtering on the rank. So now this gives me C, D, E, I, J, but the order of the sales is not in descending order, right? Even though it is picking the top 5, it is not giving me in the order I want. So what I'm going to do is to put a sort function around that. And I want to sort by the sales amount, not the product name. So I will do comma. Index will be 2 because this is the second column in our table. So I'm going to choose 2, comma. Do I want the sales to be ascending or descending? So we want descending. So -1, that tells Excel that do the sorting by descending on the sales amount. So close parenthesis. Okay, there we have it. So now we actually have the top 5 by sales. And if I change that value instead of 5 to 3, it gives me the top 3. If I do 1, it gives me 2. So here is why I chose this example, because both products have the same top sales amount, so both products will get listed. If this is not what you want to pick one product based on some condition, we'll see that in a future video. If you're interested in that, your suggestion in the comments, and I will do another video where we can further enhance this formula. But for now, the top selling amount is 42,474, and we have two products with that amount. So we get that. If I do three, that's no problem. There's no high on the rank for the third amount. So here we have the top, right? So how do I make it dynamic by doing top and bottom? Okay, so how did I create this? Because that's not the focus of this video. Let's just go quickly and show you. For example, if you go to data validation, I've already entered top and bottom in this list validation, and that is why I have top and bottom. So now when the user selects top or bottom, how can that be dynamic? So it gives me the bottom three, for example. If you remember the function, the formula here, the rank function, there is an argument at the end where if I put 0, it will rank based on the descending order. If I put 1, it will do it based on the ascending. So what we need to do is to take the input. If it is top, it should consider 0. If it is bottom, it should consider 1. Right? So that's all we need to do. So I'm going to show, I'll expand the formula bar to see it clearer. So all we need to do here is do an if condition, and then if this value f4 equals bottom, then 1, 0. Okay. So if f4 is bottom, use 1, otherwise use 0. That's it. No other changes are needed. I'm going to hit OK. And now we have the formula, which will be dynamic. So if I do bottom, it will pick the least three values. And one thing we have to remember is we have to make the sort order also dynamic in order for you to see it. So for example, in the sort function, the sort order is the last argument, right? So in here, 1 is ascending, -1 is descending. So what I'm going to do here is, let me put it in a separate line so that it's easy to follow. So if it is bottom, which means we want this to be the order of values, we want the sales to be the least sales amount at the top, which is 1. And then if it is not, then do -1. Okay, there we go. So now the bottom three, it is in this order. And if I change this to top, it'll reverse the order, reverse the sort order, and we have completely different set of products. So the top and bottom is dynamic. The top 3 or 5 is dynamic. Everything is dynamic to make it a very, very good interactive experience for your client or the customer where they can easily see the top and bottom selling products in this case. Let's just run through the formula one last time. So we started off by doing a rank function. The rank function allows us to find the rank 1, 2, 3, and then we applied the filter function and said, give me only when the rank is less than or equal to this value, 5. Then we did a sort because we want to display it in the right order. That's it. Rank, filter, sort. Then we made it dynamic by using these if function formulas, which allows us to take into account what the user says, whether it's a top or a bottom, and then use that and make the output dynamic. If your data has, the raw data has missing values, the rank function does not like it. So this solution assumes that you have sales data always entered. Even if it is missing, you want to make sure it's replaced with zeros. If this is not possible and you really want the missing values to be handled, please put your suggestion in the comments and I'll do another video explaining how we can handle that scenario also. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in another video.